What's up, everybody? So today we're gonna be talking about medication, water care, all that good stuff. I don't have all this stuff to show you guys. This is pretty much what I purchased for myself. Maintain a 20-gallon tank. If you have a 20-gallon tank and under, this is a video you definitely want to watch because I had this tank for about maybe 4 or 5 months already, and it's flourishing. I mean, I've had fish since January, since the first fish that I bought, and they're still there, rocking, kicking. And some fish I gave away because it was something I ended up not wanting. My experience got a little bit better. Definitely don't encourage to get bored and flush your fish down the toilet because you got bored and tired of them. You got tired of seeing that same fish over and over. That's something definitely you don't want to do. If you're tired of your fish, please go to your mom and pop store that's a pet store. Tell them, hey, I don't want this fish. Please, can you keep them? They most likely will, because unfortunately Petco, PetSmart will not take any fish that you don't want. All those mom and pop stores will. So please do that if you do not want your fish, or put them on OfferUp. I mean, unfortunately, do not put them on OfferUp. They do not accept that. Breaks their policy. So Facebook, there's some pages there to sell your fish, or anything like that. Do not put them out in the wild because that's dangerous. You don't want to mess up the environment. You might think that's a good idea, but do not. Some fish are meant to be here. Some prefer warmer temperatures, some prefer colder. So please, like I said, when you're choosing fish, sorry, that was my little air freshener. If you're choosing fish, choose them right. Get multiple tanks so you can separate them, whatever. Sell the ones you don't like, but please do not flush them down the toilet. Lives matter, all lives. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Watch all my videos. Let me know what you guys think. This is my opinion on what medication is and the stuff I use for my water care. Stay tuned. Alright, so this is one of the medications that I use for my tank. I've put it in yesterday. On top of that, I used a bacterial remedy. Now this one here is relief from ick and other parasites, and also it caught my attention pretty fast only because it's a herbal alternative from chemical medications, and also because the non-toxic and it's environmentally friendly formula, and it's also safe for your life plants, something that I have, and I definitely didn't want to ruin that. And I was kind of worried for my ghost shrimp. They are a lot smaller than my regular fish that I have in the tank, so I was kind of worried for that. But besides that, tomorrow's gonna be my second day where I do the dosage, so I'm gonna keep you guys updated on continuously on how this works. So this is the second medication that I am using for my tank. It's the bacterial infection remedy, as the last one, the parasite. This one is an effective herbal alternative. What this one does here is it offers relief to common bacterial and fungal infections, including fin, tail rot, popeye, and swollen abdomen. Swollen abdomen is the main reason why I'm using this for my German blue ram. Now, I didn't get to go through that with my parasite. Now, my parasite remedy promotes relief for ick, velvet, which is gold dust disease. I do not know how to pronounce those words, so anybody who is watching this video, if you can pronounce that, it helps with that. It does give you a little bit more information on kind of like when to take action, kind of when's the best time to use. Sorry for that, I'm trying to focus. There we go. So I decided to use both of them at the same time. It does tell you wash your hands after you use the treatment. Directions on these are add 10 drops per gallon or 5 ml, 1 per teaspoon. Each one is a little different, it looks like. But these are the ones I'm using, and I will keep you guys updated on how it goes in my tank. Alrighty, so the next thing that I do use in my tank also every time I do my water change, before I do my water change, because I always like to do it before and after just to see, you know, if things have settled in better or things got worse. Definitely use API, of course, that's a brand I go to. Shout out to API. Test strips 5-in-1. Of course, test your 5 main things. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that tests the ammonia in my tank, which is something I do need as soon as possible. But I figured, hey, I have live plants in my tank. My ammonia shouldn't be too bad in there, and plus my fish don't seem to be, you know, showing any signs of an ammonia spike. So yeah, you know, this is the brand I use on my test strips. They have a good deal on Amazon. That's where I get mine. Every 3 months I get a container shipped to me. These little small container strips. And it has about, I don't know if it tells me on here. Oh, it doesn't. But it has quite a few. You know, I've had this for about a month and I have a good amount left. Let's see. And these work great, pretty effective. Takes about 30 seconds to find out how your tank is. Here are the numbers. You just check with your, pretty easy, you know, to read. Mine is pretty good. I'll give you guys a video on, you know, on my test strips when I do a water change, kind of show you, you know, what my tank is at. And this is it. Test strips, API. If you guys have any other brands that you guys prefer, definitely let me know in the comment section. Alrighty, so chemical wise, this is what I use. I try to stay away from the AccuClear as much as possible. You know, you definitely don't want any chemicals in your tank, just like, you know, you wouldn't want any chemicals in what you breathe. Besides that, you know, there is occasions when I do use it, and that's definitely when my tank is pretty cloudy. That's usually when, you know, you have a bacterial bloom, or, you know, have a lot of metals, contamination stuff, you know, anything like that. You know, definitely want to throw in a little bit of AccuClear. Never put too much. You know, that's in my opinion. I've had ghost shrimp die the next day from AccuClear, so, you know, and that's just from my opinion. It doesn't mean, you know, that AccuClear does kill them. You know, maybe it was coincidence. But besides that, I love using my AccuClear. It makes my tank look great whenever, you know, in case of emergencies. That's what I use. I break the glass. My stress coat plus, excuse me. Now that I like to use every time I do a water change. I always put some in the tank once I drained it out, and then I put a little bit in my new water just to kind of clean it, get it pretty good, because it does remove the chlorine and the chloramines and detoxifies heavy metals, just like it says on the you know, label. So one thing I am missing, and I definitely do recommend getting, is your water conditioner. You know, Stress Coat Plus and water conditioner, or any type of thing that involves with stress, are 2 different chemicals, 2 different things. You know, you can't replace one for the other. Recommendation is using both. I asked that, you know, I thought, oh, you know, it does the same thing as a water conditioner, so I'm just gonna get the Stress Coat. But no, you know, pretty much want to use both if you need to. Like I said, API, it's a really great brand. That's the only ones I use. Kind of spin the bottle for you guys right here. But this is the one I use. I like it. API has been a brand that I've never complained about. Always never had issues. Always been great. Prices are amazing. Let me know what brands you guys use. If there's any other brands that you use besides, you know, API that, you know, is similar to this. You know, what is your take on your experiences with this brand or any other brands? Is there something that's more effective? You know, definitely let me know. Thank you guys.